Mr. Vaught, I would like to disagree with one of the things that you said. I would like to take issue with it. I think you said something to the effect that if you let this go until the General Assembly met, that there would be sort of a game of chicken played between the General Assembly and the governor's office of who was going to bend with regard to running out of money. I guess what really bothers me about this particular issue, and you have to really be close to it to fully understand. I think if it happens to another community, you don't pay as much attention, but if you're close to it, we're sort of playing chicken with a lot of people's lives in this particular situation. And I guess that the governor chose to do that rather than play chicken with the General Assembly. And so there is a game of chicken being played here. There's no question about it. This is a game we're playing. And it's not a pretty one for people who their livelihoods are depending on it. Thank you.
Representative Poe.
Yeah, just for the director, can you tell me a little bit about, and I want to talk about corrections and youth and everything, but, and I don't know if I'm reading the paper right in Springfield, but it's saying something like there's 39,000 incarcerations in Illinois. Is that close to where we're at?
That's the adult.
Right. What's the total?
The adult, on the adult side, it's about 49,000 inmates, correct?
49,000?
Yes.
And what is the bed capacity if we use the standards and not doubling up and tripling up?
In the Department of Corrections?
Yeah, and then there's another number out there, 34,000 beds, and we got 49,000 prisoners. Is that true?
Depending on the definition of the capacity that you want to use, looking at rated capacity, yes, that is true. The Department of Corrections has historically operated well over rated capacity for many, many years.
Well, another concern I have, and then also reading the paper in Springfield, is we're talking about putting them in gymnasiums because we have other prison closures. And what I'm getting, trying to get your arms around this whole thing, and as Representative said, this is a huge, big facility we have here. And when we got that much overcrowding in Illinois already, why would we even ever consider closing any facility when we can move, if we have to, use part of it for adult, whatever we have to do to try to get past that. And then I'd hope whenever the director and the rest of you look at economic areas before you close down a facility. I mean, no facility is easy to close down, but I'm going to tell you what, there's a lot more jobs north of I-80 than there is south of I-80. It's just something that we're playing for lives, and the director and I talked about this at Rockford the other night, and I questioned a lot like Senator Jones did, why didn't we veto this? And I think there's a reason right now where these people don't have no confidence in the governor or the legislators. And I think it's because we didn't do our job. If we can't do our job and you knew this was happening, you admitted last week that you'd seen this coming, why didn't we veto the bill? Why didn't we stay in Springfield? Why didn't we fix this? And we would be parading around all over the state of Illinois having these dog and pony shows. It's just not right that we treat our citizens that way. So, because everything I hear, or I talk to reporters, everybody has the feeling that this very possibly can be fixed in veto session. And boy, it's a shame we had to do this. Actually, I wish that we'd have tried to work it out in veto session. Then if it didn't get worked out, then we went to the closures, because then everybody would know for sure they would be in limbo. Right now, I think everybody's in limbo, wondering what's going to happen in veto session. And along with the senator, I just don't like these kind of games of chicken. That's why they don't send us to Springfield to do that. They send us to Springfield to solve problems.
Representative, we've got serious problems in this budget, and the governor has taken 2 actions to implement the budget the General Assembly passed. And he suspended raises, which is not, doesn't make a lot of people happy. And he's announced these facility closures. And when you add up those 2 actions, about $75 million for the raises, about $55 million for the facility closure. It's 130 million. We still have 180 million left to go if we're going to implement this budget. 180 million in closures or other budgetary actions that have not yet been announced or decided by the governor about how to implement. So this is a serious problem, and it's not one that I agree, we shouldn't wait to solve it. We should try to solve it right away. But these are just the first two steps here, and the governor made reference to that in his statement. Senator Jones referred to his statements, but he made a statement in September that phase 3 is going to be difficult as well. This is what we're facing when we face fiscal challenges in our state, and nobody likes it. I don't like it. I don't like hearing about people losing their livelihoods. Neither does the governor or anybody here. But the numbers have to add up at some point.
You know, I don't think anyone on this panel disagrees with you, but I think it's timing, and I think the timing was back, the 1st of June.
I totally agree that the sooner we solve this, the better off we'd be. I don't want to disagree with you about that for sure.